Join us live on the Sherry Lord Talk Show podcast. Start your day off with the Higher Vibrational Podcast with weekly guests covering spirituality, healthy foods, and so much more. Go to sherrylord.com for more info. Welcome to the Sherry Lord Show, Spirituality and Authors Podcast. And we love having Stacey McCann on our show. She's been a regular guest on our show. She's amazing. You're really going to have to watch her TikToks, her Facebook pages. I mean, I love her style. I love her information. And she's just so much fun to be with. And by the way, if you want to promote your business or yourself on our podcast, go to www.sherrylord.com, and we have very reasonable prices, and you'll be amazed at what we offer. We do a great job of promoting you, and we'd love to have you also on our show. So welcome, Stacy. We're so thankful to have you. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be back. It's always fun, and I'm looking forward to where we end up today.
Can you tell our audience, you've been on our show before, but we have a lot of new people watching too, a little bit about yourself and more about the topic. I really like the topic too. And it says, is it the universe or me inverse? I thought that was really interested in knowing more about that and what you mean about that. But yeah, people are going to want to know more about you. And I'm going to bring your book up towards the end. She's an author. She's amazing. And she's got a wealth of knowledge and information, and her style is so unique. You got to go to her site, and we'll talk about that towards the end, and her Facebook pages and TikTok. She's awesome. She's touching many people's lives, and we're so thankful to have you. And I'll give you the platform right now.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, my name is Stacey McCann. I'm an intuitive empath, mindkeeper, author, healer, you name it. You know, as we get older, we keep adding a few things to our repertoire. But for the most part, I consider myself a mind keeper. And a mind keeper is somebody that manages what comes in and out of your mind. And if you know what's going on in your mind is your most important asset. So above all else, everything that goes on in your life begins in your mind. So it's really, really, really important that you understand how to use it, because your mind isn't what you think it is. Your mind it's a system. You know, it's like your cell phone. So it has different components. And when you learn how to use these components, your life just gets so much better, so much, oh my gosh, better, as I said, because you are understanding what you're creating and that you're creating everything and that you are responsible and accountable for everything that you think, feel, believe, act, and react to. So when you know how to, set the dials, and you know how to turn the wheel, and you know how to, place the cards where you want them, it's fun. It's really fun. It's like having the cheat codes. And when you have the cheat codes of life, it just makes life so much more fun. So, how I got started in this was, well, I always had weird things happen to me, and I wanted to know why, these things happened, and everybody have them, and but I brushed it aside, because who wants to be the weird kid? Nobody wants to be the weird kid. So, fast forward about 20 years, my youngest child was born and had asthma, and I had 2 other kids and a job and no husband around. And figured, like, what am I going to do with this kid? I can't run to the doctor every week, for many reasons. So I just thought if I put my hands on him with the intent to draw out the infection, it would work. And it did. Every time I put my hands on him, by the next day, he was better. And he was only 6 months old, so I knew it wasn't a placebo. So I just went to figure out what I was doing something. What am I doing? So that's where this whole journey of me started. The whole journey of mind keeping started. And if you remember the book, Are You My Mother? It's a kid's book where this little bird loses his mother and he's trying to find her everywhere. Well, that was me. I went everywhere I could possibly think of to learn about what I was doing in healing and spirituality. And I tried everything. Oh my God, you name it. I tried it. And I even had teeth red. It was just bizarro. But at any rate, I came all boils down to no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter how you look to or for or what, it all comes back to you. So you are the one that has the power to change your life. Nobody else has that power. They
Yes.
can maybe point you in
Mhm.
the right direction, but it all boils down to you. And that brings us to our topic today. So, one of my biggest pet peeves is people saying, the universe did this, the universe told me that, or the universe said this. Well,
Mm.
that makes me cringe every time I hear it because you are the universe. You're the universe. So you are the one that's telling yourself what's going on. You are the one that's guiding yourself to what's next. You are the one that is in the driver's seat. There's nothing else driving you. It's you. But we don't take responsibility for that because we don't feel or believe that we're capable of it or that we're worthy of it or whatever the word is, whatever our conditioning is, God's going to beat us up or something because we did something bad. But bottom line is every time we say universe or anything that has to do with you, it points us outward. It points us to something outside of ourselves. When you think about the universe,
Mhm.
you think outside of yourself. You think of something that's bigger than you. So I'm going to change that. Whoops, I'm going to change that wording today, and I'm going to call it the meaniverse. So I don't
Mm.
want you to think about the universe as something outside of you. I want you to think about the me-niverse
One with you.
because it's inside of you. And
Yeah.
energetically, when you refer to me, you take more ownership of whatever it is that you're talking about. Okay. And if you take the word me, M-E, and you think of it in terms of my energy, that's what it is, my energy. Every time you say me, you're talking about my energy. Okay. So even if you guys, if anybody's out there listening, even if you say the two words you or me, feel the difference in the frequencies, feel the difference in the vibration of when you say it. Give it a try, Cher.
It's wonderful. Yes.
Mhm.
It's nothing's outside of you ever, ever. It's a really good way of looking at it and helping people understand it. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I would used to think about teaching people about the power of you, and I understand if I'm speaking to them, they hear me say the power of you, the power that you have. I don't want to do that
Yep.
anymore because I want to just say the power of me. Because every time we say the power of me, it really shifts everything. It shifts your mindset, it shifts your frequencies, it shifts your
Mm.
accountability to yourself, and it really, really makes you take ownership because it's
Yeah.
yours. You can't go anywhere with it. It's yours. So that's
Yeah. I think it
that
empowers you and makes you more aware. Yeah.
it does. It's a silly tool. I use these stupid silly tools like instead of saying value, I say val me, and it's silly and it's corny and it's goofy and it's dorky. But it's like I val me.
Mhm.
I have that value for me. And if we
Yes.
don't have
Mhm.
this value and if we don't have this power of me, we're always going to do things outside of ourselves. It this is just it's a fun,
Yeah.
silly little tool to bring it back to you, to bring your energy back to you, to bring your accountability back to you, so that when you are in your meditation or you are practicing, you're doing something productive. Because as long as
Yeah.
you keep expecting the universe to guide you and you expect the universe to take care of you and you expect the universe to protect you, yes, in one way you're intending that. So it's really, really good. But it's not as powerful as if you bring it to the universe is going to
Yeah.
protect me because you understand the godliness, for lack of a different word, that's within you. You're taking ownership of your own power, of your own greatness, your own part in that higher consciousness that I call Lumen. Because for
Yeah.
me, we are evolving. We're moving on. We're going from human consciousness, which is physical, into lumen consciousness, which is non-physical. It's more
Yep.
expanded version of ourselves. It is our higher consciousness. And the way to do that, or an easier, faster, quicker way to do that, is to recognize the me or my energy within all of this. So that was a lot of words to say that, but you guys, you get the point.
No, I think it's a really good perception. It's a good way of looking at it. And it's a good way of claiming your power back by understanding it and what you're doing,
Well,
and how
and
you
I
can
think,
shift it and change it and claim
yeah,
your
and
power back.
I think there's so many instances where we don't realize that we have the power to really make a difference in
Yeah.
our life, or how much power and authority we actually have. How much are we really steering the ship? We say it intellectually. Intellectually, yes, I'm meditating and I'm one with the universe and I'm one with this and I'm doing all that kind of stuff. We say all the right words because we know what direction we want to go in. But this takes it to another level, because now you're not dealing with this energy just logically or mentally. Now you're moving it into an emotional state. And as you move it emotionally, that's when you shift. Because what is energy? What is emotions, right? Energy and motion, correct? So, you know, I tell my students all the time, it's like, it doesn't matter how much you try to think something through, it's not going anywhere. We all know that, right? It's how you feel about something that makes it move. So if you think about your thoughts and your feelings as a car, as an automobile, think of your thoughts as the steering wheel and your emotions as the gas. Now you could steer all you want. You can be going, steering like crazy and go nowhere because you're
Yeah.
not putting any emotion to it. You have to put that gas. You have to have
Mhm.
that energy that changes it, that transmutes it, that pushes it, that makes it transform itself. And by looking at the power of me instead of the power of you, or the me-universe instead of the
Yep.
universe, you're able to do that because it brings it to an emotional level. It brings it to a level where you're dealing with your feelings or how you feel about
Mhm.
anything, or just accepting that you really do have the power to make those
Yeah.
changes in your life. It's it's so simple.
Ye
Cindy.
yes, but yeah, I absolutely. But people have the fear without maybe knowingly or maybe knowingly of their own power. I mean, if they get past the fear and know that there's no fear, you'll be able to utilize it in so many good ways and things, and to enhance your own life, let alone to help others, in a more broader way.
Well, and that is such a great point. Thanks for bringing that up. And that's one of the other things with the power of me, or the me universe,
Yeah.
is when you're bringing that energy in. Remember, me means my energy, so it belongs to you, nobody else.
Yeah.
People can have the same kind of feelings, but they're not the same exact feelings, because only you have your own feelings, only you have your own energy. But when you're going in there and you're really taking accountability and you say, wow, it's me that has the power to make this change and nobody else, then you will feel that fear. Yes, many times you will feel that fear, but you'll understand that you're also the one that put it there. And that it's just a feeling that you don't have to succumb to. It's a feeling that you can embrace and say, okay, cool. I put you here. I got it. Now I'm going to take you away, because it's you that's in that
Yeah.
stream of energy that we call God. Okay. There is no God outside of you. So as you find the power of me or experience the power of me, you know that, hey, I'm in this stream.
Yeah.
It's not God that's doing that, sort of speak, as we say. It's me using that energy that's given to me to make that change. It's really
Yeah.
simple. It's simple, it's cinchy. Yeah, it's a little scary. Yeah, you're gonna feel a little creepy. Yeah, you're gonna feel a little bit awkward and weird because you're going into new frequencies that you haven't been into, or you're walking into uncharted territory. But do it, go for it. Worst thing is you know what you're doing. That's the whole thing. I know that I'm going
Yeah.
into myself to move myself, to change myself. And yeah, it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Think of it like you're going into a new class. First time you went to school, or first time you went to into a college class, or first time you're going
Yeah.
to meet somebody. That's the same feeling. It's like, oh, this is really weird, or it's a little bit awkward. It's like socially awkward, how people feel socially awkward.
Uneasy.
That that's all it is. It's just about feeling awkward in your own body, or feeling awkward in your own feelings.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the more you get used to yourself, the greater you become, because the more you understand what you really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I think it's important that people claim their power, and not, but know it's within them, and that it's okay. Give themselves permission. They don't need anybody else's permission. They just got to choose it, or realize the power is within me. Nothing's ever outside of you.
well, and the other joke of this is, it's what is this power anyway? We're afraid of this power word. Okay, because it's like, I have this power. So what do we think we're going to be doing? Do we think we're going to be walking on
Not
water?
like that.
Do we think we're going to be like turning, water into wine? I mean, what the hell do we think this power is?
People's
That's the thing
perceptions. Yeah.
that's what screws us up. The power, people,
Hmm.
is just in understanding
Yeah.
yourself and being able to access,
Yeah.
a bigger amount of information to use for your own joy and happiness. And the more
Yes.
you
Yeah.
enjoy
Good.
your own
Yes.
joy and happiness,
Yeah.
the more you uplift others, not by doing anything. You're not doing anything, you're doing jack crap. It's about
Yeah. You can just be.
being yourself. Just
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it was a good point to bring up, because people, it stops because of the fear. They stop themselves, but I think it's good to understand it, and go beyond it.
I think a lot of it is our perception. Our perception is what, God's going to get mad at
Yeah,
me.
exactly. There's so many perceptions and
Right.
beliefs, and exactly.
Exactly. And
It
it's
was
really,
a really good way of looking at it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's really about redefining what God is. Because if you
Yeah.
look at God in the sense of, or universe, whatever you want to call it, God word is easy for me to say. But if you think about it, it's nothing tangible. It's not some guy that's in the sky with a big long beard. I mean, how do we know it's not a woman with white hair? Okay. Or Sherry, right? With white hair, right? It's not that perception that we've been taught. And the thing is, it's not physical. It's not, you can't smell, touch, taste, see, or hear God necessarily in the way that we've been taught. So when you put that on the shelf and you say, well, how do I relate to God? How do I relate to the universe? How do I relate to the me-niverse? It's by feeling. You can feel, it's a feeling. You all know that. It's what you feel. Why do you meditate? Why do you meditate? So you can feel and grow and expand, right? So it's
Mhm.
about that feeling. So can you feel an old man in the sky with a beard? That's absurd. It is absolutely absurd. I guess I needed to get that out. Excuse me. So it's really about changing your perception of what
Bless you.
God is. And if you understand that God is a feeling, God is an energy, God is a source. It's like air. God is like air. We don't think about air. We don't put it like a double standard on, oh, I can't breathe air because I'm going to get in trouble. You have to think of it like,
Yeah.
it's this energy and it's given to me for me to use, but I've been taught not to, because I've been taught that I'm not good enough to, or I better not, or something bad is going to happen to me. And once you get past that
Yeah.
mindset or that belief system, and
Yeah.
you understand, oh my gosh, wow, there's, oh, cool, this is like part of me. It's like, it's like my lungs or my arms or my or the sunshine or anything else that's given to us to use. That's why it's the
Yes.
moon.
Exactly.
So, I'm on a
Exactly.
tangent.
You know,
Mhm.
I want
I'm
to bring up your book. I call it your book. I know it's online, and I want
mhm.
people to show. I mean, she's a beautiful author, beautiful teacher. You got to watch your videos on Facebook. She's going to let us know a little bit more about that and where her website is and TikTok and all that. And she's just a beautiful soul out there touching many people's lives. But I want to bring her book up because she is a beautiful author. And then she can tell us a little bit about this book. I'm going to bring it right up. Should be coming up.
It's up there. Thank you so much.
There you go. It took a few minutes.
Yeah,
Yes, I love the design. I love everything about the book.
thank you. It's for me a labor of love. It's 30 years
Yeah,
accumulation of things that I've learned, and a very very easy way for you to learn how to keep your mind, because that's really what the bottom line is. It's about
yeah,
you understanding yourself and understanding your energy and being able to harness it and what all that kind of stuff means, and just being happy. And it's very very simple. My goal with this book was to take the mystery out of the mystical and make this very user
yeah,
friendly, because spirituality is not just for the chosen few, it's for everybody because we're spirits. So and this book will teach you how to go from human to lumen. It's a book of evolution. It is going to teach
okay,
you how to go from your human mind, your physical way of thinking, where everything is outward, you, the universe, everything is external, to understanding
right,
yourself in an internal way so that you can expand your consciousness to lumen. Like I said, we're evolving from human to lumen, and that's the difference. It's from physical, lumen being light. That's what we go by now. Our light bulbs are even lumens, right?
right,
So that's what we're changing from human beings to lumen beings. Now it's happening whether you're aware of it or not, whether you're into spirituality or not.
right,
It's we're on the bandwagon, we're going. This just makes it easier for you to understand it. It makes it easier for you to understand you in
yeah,
this world, what's going on, how to access yourself, how to live and integrate. Because, as I said, it's nothing special. You don't have to be anybody special. You just be yourself, but this is your greatest version of yourself because it is your lumen self. It's your higher, elevated self in everyday life. So I happen to think it's great. I think it's the best bargain in the world, personally. But please go ahead and buy it. It's on Amazon. I have a companion workbook that goes with it. You can do this process. You'll learn it in like a week. It's so
wow,
cinchy, 2 minutes a day. I When I was 19, I had a boss who taught me, be lazy, do it right the first time. So I applied that into the book. I
mm,
don't want to do something that's going to take me forever to do. I want to just do it. I want to do it quick. And like I said, 2 minutes a day, that's all it takes for you to learn how to do this, or to do the practice. And you will notice within a week, you're already shifting. In 2 weeks, a month, whatever, it keeps just growing exponentially. And it's a
yeah,
great tool. So if you are interested, or it's a great Christmas tool, by the way, or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever else we have going on, any kind of holiday, it'll make a great gift. So please, it's on Amazon.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. I know people who had read it. They really enjoyed it. They got a lot out of it. How can people, are you on Amazon? Is it on your website? How can people get their hands on this, or how can they read it? How do they get this book or
They can
this
they
online?
they can get it on Amazon. They can get it on my website, mindkeeping.com. They can get it on Barnes and Noble. They can get it at Walmart. It's almost in every
Oh,
retail online. So anywhere you look for the art of mind keeping, you should be able to find it. Again, mindkeeping.com if you're interested. Um, you can go to my website as well. As well as if you're
yeah.
interested in learning about yourself, or you're feeling like you want to get unstuck, or you want to know more how to use your own mind, I can help you with that too if you're interested in any kind of personal consultations or things like that. I also offer those. So that's where you can find that. And that's where you can find me at mindkeeping.com. So
Oh, that's wonderful. I didn't know you were in Barnes and Nobles. I think this is a really cool, and Amazon, it'd be easy. Plus your website, mindkeeping.com. I think this is awesome. And do you help people like one-on-one? Do you offer any type of services?
I do. I offer personal consultations for people that want to learn about
Yeah.
themselves. Especially if you're feeling stuck, or you want to know how to grow yourself, or you want to know what's sabotaging yourself. Most times people don't understand what that is, or they don't know, like they keep wanting to move forward, or they feel that there's more to them, but they don't know how to get to it. I'm your girl. I know how to help you out with that, and
Right.
point you in the right direction, help expand your energy so that you can move forward. So yes, I have personal consultations, and I'm done for this year, but next year I will be doing events,
Okay.
and my events will consist of just I'm changing it up a little bit. It's going to be more just like a fun thing. Show up, ask your questions, I'll answer them for you. I'm not a psychic. I don't do things like that. I talk about your energy. I'll talk about why you do the things you do. Help point you in the right
Yeah.
direction for you, and throw it at me, and I'll help you solve that problem, or create some new ideas and information that you might not even be looking at. So fun stuff. We want to go do fun stuff.
Do they go to your website for that? Do they go to mindkeeping.com to get a hold of you?
Yes,
Yeah.
mindkeeping.com is my events, is my personal consultations. I
Okay.
have also a wellness seminar that I do. So there's a bunch of different things that are
Oh,
on there.
that's
It's
cool.
always growing and
Yeah.
evolving. So it's just check back or check often, or you can always follow me on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. I'm always talking about something, and
Mhm.
those are the best ways to get in touch with me. Or if you just have a question, throw a question out. I'm glad
Oh,
to
that's
answer.
amazing.
Hmm. Yeah. Thank
And
you.
and one more time, how can people get a hold of the book? One more time, because we have more people coming on. How can they get a hold of The Art of Mind Keeping, your book online?
There are several ways. You can go to Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, almost any
Yep.
online retailer. You can get it from there. You can also get it from my
Mhm.
website, mindkeeping.com. Now, mindkeeping is one
Yep.
word, mindkeeping. So
Yep.
mindkeeping.com, you can get it from there. Or you can just, reach out and email me, whatever it is, however it works, Facebook, any of that. So you can get me from there.
Oh, we're just so thankful to have you on our show. And we're so grateful to have you and our audience too that watches us weekly. And we also want to let you know, if you want to be a guest on our show, you can email me at sherrylordpodcast@email.com and let me know why you want to be on my show. What are you offering? And also, you can go to our website, www.sherrylord.com. We have Stacy's information and links, and we have upcoming guests that are coming on our show as well, and updates. And again, Stacy, we thank you so much for all the wealth and all the information that you're helping people on this world and beyond. And we're so grateful to have you. And I just want to say thank you, and prosperity, abundance, and wealth to all. And we'll see you next Tuesday with our next guest. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.